Nostradamus has fascinated people for ages with his scary prophecies of the future, which typically involve some type of biblical doomsday or other kinds of horrific disasters. Nostradamus, who was born more than 400 years ago, released his well-known book Les Prophéties in 1555. Despite the fact that he was not highly regarded by his contemporaries, many people have been intrigued to his predictions about what the future holds for us. When Nostradamus revealed to his secretary his infamous quatrains containing his apocalyptic forecasts, it is said that he consumed high amounts of nutmeg, which science direct indicates can operate as a psychedelic in large quantities. He was referred to as someone who is yelling rubbish and posting his prognostications and fancies on the streets, according to The Guardian. Nevertheless, even today, Nostradamus continues to have a sizable following, largely due to his prophecies that were uncannily accurate. Many of his supporters have credited him with foreseeing occasions like Napoleon's ascent, John F. Kennedy's assassination, and even 9/11. What, therefore, does the doomsday prophet assert will happen to us in 2023? Nuclear war. Nostradamus' prediction of a great battle is one of the most intriguing prophecies for those of us who will be alive in 2023. 7 months great battle, people dead through evil, reads one of his quatrains. According to the India Times, some followers of the French soothsayer believe that the Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2022 will result in a serious escalation of the fight, maybe involving the United States and Russia. Given that both countries have the most nuclear weapons in the world, there is worry about the likelihood of a nuclear conflict. History asserts that, given the brief duration of the conflict, it might not be as catastrophic as it seems. However, a different prophecy, having to do with a prediction of celestial fire, may be increasing the chances of World War III. Celestial fire on the royal edifice is a phrase that appears in one of Nostradamus' writings, albeit it is expressed in a highly cryptic way, and may allude to another end-of-the-world scenario or to the burning of a royal castle somewhere in the world. Inflation. Unless you've been completely off the grid, you've probably noticed that the cost of many common items has gone up significantly over the previous 2 years. But was this known to Nostradamus? According to history, one quatrain reads, "So high will the bushel of wheat soar, that man will be eating his brother man." Given that, the price of wheat reached an all-time high of $9.33 a bushel in 2022, it might be worthwhile to pay attention to this. Fortunately, none of the cannibalistic behavior has taken place, so that's cause for celebration, right? On the plus side, according to Capital.com, wheat will cost somewhat less in 2023, at $8.60 per pound. The New York Times reports that economists anticipate core inflation will decline from 5% in 2022 to about 3% in 2023. According to The Balance, that is only a few basis points away from what is regarded as healthy inflation. However, given the surprising occurrences over the last 3 years, such as COVID-19 and the Russia-Ukraine war, another unexpected incident could occur that causes inflation to persist or even worsen. Life on Mars. Elon Musk is one person who Nostradamus might have been targeting all those years ago, and who has already had a difficult year in 2022. Since Musk paid $44 billion to acquire Twitter, he has been under fire from detractors who claim he is responsible for the company's collapse after it has lost more than half of its staff since October, via the New York Times. Additionally, according to CNN, the firm has lost a lot of advertising money as a result of Musk's occasionally unpredictable behavior and the reinstatement of contentious characters on the social media site. According to CNBC, Musk is now struggling with the dramatically falling value of Tesla. Perhaps Nostradamus predicts in 2023 that SpaceX may not be having the best of times. According to history, the poem's final stanza, "The light of Mars will fade out," is somewhat enigmatic. Given that Musk predicts that mankind will begin populating the red planet by 2029, it might portend an unsuccessful mission to Mars. The fact that Musk has already delayed sending a human there by 5 years indicates that the business is experiencing difficulties. For space lovers, there is some good news on the other hand. The first test launch of NASA's new Artemis program, which will deliver people to the moon for colonization attempts, occurred in November 2022. Climate catastrophe. Nostradamus may have foreseen both the terrible natural disasters that will result from climate change. He stated in one verse, "There won't be a rainbow for 40 years. It will be seen every day for 40 years. When it is seen, the dry ground will become even more parched and there will be significant floods." From history. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, came to the conclusion that the effects of climate change are not only present but worse than what scientists had anticipated, and that irreparable harm has already been done to the planet's biosphere in February 2022 after analyzing data from 34,000 studies carried out in more than 60 countries. The study concluded that the effects of global warming have led to a wide range of problems, including a 33% decline in food yield in Africa since 1961, an increase in illnesses, and more conflict, via World Resources Institute. However, it should be recognized that many of Nostradamus' prophecies have not come to pass before you start getting ready for the end of the world. His most well-known quatrain predicted that the world would end in 1999. It states, "The great king of Angolmois will be revived in the 7th month of the year 10,009. A great king of fear will descend from the skies." As luck would have it, Mars shall rule both before and after. Source: The Guardian. As we all know, the forecast was incorrect. Additionally, because many of Nostradamus' prophecies lack date-specific terminology, his stanzas can be read in a variety of ways. A few of the same prophecies of doom for 2023 also applied to 2022. It would be fair to suggest that some of these predictions ought to be treated with caution. But if there's one thing that apocalypse predictions can teach us, it's that even if Nostradamus was wrong about what the year 2023 may bring, we still have the power to take a step back and change things for the better.